So I've come to think 3 things that probably will help somebody to maintain, to have a healthy relationship. I think one, it's just basically maintaining professional boundaries.
True.
This is work, this is work.
Yeah.
No more about this, no more about this. The other thing is just to making sure you protect your personal information. There's information about you that just, maybe it's you and your God who needs to know.
Yeah. Go for counseling if you want to talk to someone, not your colleagues.
Talk to your counselor or talk to God.
Please.
Yes.
Mambo ya kuongelesha colleague.
Somebody use information and ndakuramba. And probably just valuing respect, having a respect for one another, collaboration, and let's just maintain at that space. Yeah. I think with that, from my own personal experience, as I am growing older and I'm growing in the workspace, I realized, have that boundary. Hey, what's up, people? Tumai muko salama. Let me try this in Kiswahili. Hamjamboni wa ndugu zangu. It is all working. Guys, karibu sana at the Leadership Garage. This is the RG where we do this thing. We try to make and mend and make sure that we have thriving relationships. So this is the garage. Hapa na toolbox zetu. Hey, what is that, Maze? What are you doing?
Yeah. Welcome back. My name is MC Neb. So we believe we can have and live in thriving relationships.
Amazing. Yeah, we do that thing. We do that thing here at the Leadership Garage and making sure that we have healthy relationships. Steve Onguko is my name. And today we are talking about colleagues or friends.
What?
Now, tukiendelea, by the way, this one we want you by the way, to hapo kwa comment section. Do you believe that in a workplace that you can have are you colleagues? Maybe you're working somewhere, wherever you're working. Do you think you're either colleagues or are you friends at the place of work?
And have you ever assumed?
Or have you ever assumed that we are friends? Because it's almost given we are colleagues. Colleagues by choice? Colleagues by colleagues not by, it's actually by choice. Yes,
it's because of the HR anyway.
It's by choice because you chose to work in that organization, so you became colleagues by default.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
but friends, it's by choice.
Yeah.
Friends is by choice. Anyway, so colleagues or friends, please guys comment on the comment section. Let us know. Are you? And by the way, I have a question. Let me ask this question: have you ever assumed that someone was your friend and they were simply a colleague? I ever assumed that someone was your friend and nini ilifanya, or what made you realize this person was not a friend, was just merely a colleague? Please go comment section tuambie hapo hivyo tukiendelea kubanta. So Neb, colleagues or friends, what do you think?
I think first and foremost we need to define the two. Who's a friend?
So who's a friend, who's a colleague?
Who's a colleague.
So in your opinion?
In my opinion, first and foremost, and you've mentioned that, a colleague is someone you found yourself working together, the same organization. So by the mere fact, you are paid by the same employer makes you
a colleague.
Yeah. When it comes to friendship, this is an intentional thing. It's a relationship that just goes beyond. And not also to overlook the fact that it can transition from being colleagues to friendship. Rather, okay, you just acquainted to someone, then now you become intentional, then you become friends. So are we friends just because we work in the same organization? No. But can we be friends while we still work in the same organization? Yes.
It is possible. So in other words, you will say that not every colleague is a friend, but
a colleague can be
your friend.
Yeah.
I've been in a scenario where actually for sure I have had people who I didn't know ever in my life. And so I get this job, I walk in the office, and we just clicked. And we've become friends over 10 years now.
Wow.
We clicked, and there are those people, sijui niseme si mimi, it is not them, it is me.
It's not you, it's me.
that ilikata.
Yeah.
We refused being friends. And I've also been in scenarios where I realized, actually, question tumuuliza wase. It has happened to me where I thought so and so is my friend. And the thing that revealed that actually we are colleagues and we are not friends, senge tulikosana. Senge tulikosana, you realize, because you see, if you're my friend and you're mad at me, what we are seeking to protect, first we know we are friends. But yes, it's possible we'll be mad at each other for whatever reasons. But there are some things I will not expose you. Because we are friends, remember? The things I should not expose you. But the moment I felt that exposed and I realized we were not friends. We were just merely colleagues. I don't know if you've had an experience yourself.
Well, first and foremost, Pasi, I think when you talk about friendships, there are people you know. And the people who know you. The people you're acquainted to. And there are people who are close to you. And if we talk about the circle of friendships, there are people who define it differently based on now different theories that are out there. But the practical way of viewing friendships is relationship. So right now, you have someone you have to talk to maybe weekly. Not because you are colleagues. If you are colleagues, you can have to talk to me because of the duty.
Because of work.
Yes.
Because of the assignment that you have.
Yes. But there are people you can talk to or you talk to constantly. And you're not. So the circle. So we have as I've said, people you know and people who know you. Hi, Pasi, sasa.
Amazing.
Hey, my pastor. Yeah, good. You have guys, your neighbors. So people will say hi to you because Abari, nitole gari. Abari, you're not. Your relationship doesn't go beyond that. But they're in another circle whereby maybe you're in the same neighborhood. Then now, the people you've intentionally decided, this one is my friend. This one. And I usually ask people this question. Maybe nitakuuliza. Do you choose your friends or do your friends choose you?
Both.
Yes.
I choose who will be my friend. Best, of course, reasons. But also they have a choice to choose me to be their friend.
Right.
Why do I feel like you're tricking me with that question?
No, because when we find ourselves in a workspace, we have that power to choose amongst our colleagues who will be my friend or not. But ideally, we have an assumption because we work in the same organization. When Morio wangu. Morio, for the sake of those who don't know, like you're my person.
And I think as you say that, I'm thinking about what is the biggest issue then when it comes, because by the time we're asking are we colleagues or friends, that means there's a problem somewhere.
Yeah.
It means that there's normally an issue. And I'm trying to think one of the biggest issue it comes to that is because of we feel there's an issue is because of oversharing. Oversharing at the workplace. Because sometimes you assume this person is my friend, so you end up telling them, oh, my wife, my brother, as you share literally everything about you, you have laid it there, and then you realize whatever you say shall be used
against you.
It has been used against you.
Yeah.
I've been in scenario where I've had friends whereby mse alishare story yake, story kafikia CEO. Mse anamwambia, that day, things were thick. I decided I will do this and that. Then I decide imefikia CEO. And this person even has lost a job for that matter.
Yeah.
For whatever reasons, because of that. Yet this person was sharing, thinking he'll find help.
All right. I think one thing I admire about Gen Zs is the aspect of personal space and respecting that. The previous generations somehow struggled with that. And when I talk about personal space, this means the people you allow. It's personal space, hypothetically speaking, not space. If a young person nowadays, and I admire that, they feel like you are not a good person, they'll outrightly tell you, I don't think you're a good person. And you can just be colleagues. So atakwambia, by the Steve, we fanyanga tu. By the ata,
you do you, I do you.
I want to request the CEO ama whoever is in charge, Mr. Kwan says I can't sit next to you. And they're very open. And I admire that. So it's important for us to know that even when it comes to sharing stuff, you need to be very careful. Because human beings, again, I think it's a previous episode that we talked about how people like being listened to. And now when it comes to office politics, some people use that. And again, we talked about that in our previous episode. So we can pretend to be friends because I'm playing politics. But we should not overlook the fact that Steve is my colleague and let it stay at that. So a critical aspect is boundaries.
Yeah,
so what are your boundaries? If I know for a fact, maybe you just give me lift to work, that doesn't make us friends. We can be acquainted because now ndakuzoea. Unajua, niko tu hivi nangojea, unajua unaangalianga hivi like, Steve, you know, and maybe you can actually be the person who offered. You're like, actually, I live along Mbagathi way. So, sorry, that way it was changed. I live along that way, so I can drop. Then, like, yeah, sure, no problem. So, maybe as we drive together, we can grow a friendship. But it doesn't mean we should be friends.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Unaweza beba tu hapo na umenyamaza tu.
I think that is the danger of confusing proximity of friendship.
Yes.
It's a danger of confusing that because we are, so we are friends, so you have some expectations. But also something I've come to see about colleagues or friends, it is something that, and this is in a scenario, maybe we'll have one time talk about it, whereby we are friends and because I'm your supervisor, or I'm a supervisor, but you're friends, so it takes, and we think because of our friendship, it affects even how we work. Maybe we'll talk about that thing, how to have those kind of relationships healthy, how to maintain a relationship healthy. But I found it affects. And so you assume it affects the job, and every day it ends up hurting people at the place of work because you thought we are friends. And so back to what you are saying, then it means we need to build trust slowly at the place of work. If you want to experience healthy relationship, then you need to build slowly. You don't just trust everyone. After all, trust is earned.
Yeah, Pastor, you know the fear of trust is called pistranthrophobia, right?
Atipiwa?
Pistranthrophobia, fear of trust because of maybe an experience you went through. And it brings me to this point whereby assumption. You know when we assume, and what took you to work?
To work and get money.
Thank you.
Yes.
Not to relate with people. But you can have a working relationship with the people you're with. Just because we're in the same space, and maybe I'm not propagating that we should not be friends with people, but we can relate with them in a manner that, ensures work is done. Because also we can now loop in friendship in the workspace, what you're talking about, and it affects and compromises our delivery.
Yes.
Let's say, and I can use this as an example. So in another institution that I'm part of, there was this person who used to have a friend coming to the office just to tell stories. So instead of this other person working, they're telling stories. So what does that mean? Two people are not working.
Yes. It affects the productivity of that place.
So, yes, their friendship is there, and probably they are friends, but it's affecting them being colleagues. Because at the end of the day, if you're demoted because of this other person, you'll say, hey manze, we si rafiki mzuri. How kuniambia? So your friendship has also affected you being colleagues. So it goes both ways. Yeah.
And so as we're trying to bring this home, I'm thinking it's important we distinguish between workplace relationship and personal relationship. Because I think that's the biggest thing. Personally, I have suffered. I won't lie. Mimi nimesuffer because me, I trust people easily. My friend, I trust because I was like, we can be friends and we can work together. But nimeanza kuona, it's not necessarily 100% true.
Yeah.
Yes, it can to a degree, but not entirely true. At we can be friends and then our friendship should work together. Because I used to believe our friendship should help us to work together.
You see, Pastor, on that point, I'll refer you back to the Bible. Unajua, in as much as Biblia inatuambia try to be at peace with
One
everyone,
another.
one another.
Yeah.
It doesn't say friends. So let there be peace. Let there be a cordial working relationship. But it's not a must. So I think that clear distinction between personal friendships, relationships rather, and workspace relationships is very critical.
So I've come to think 3 things that probably will help somebody to maintain, to have a healthy relationship. I think one, it's just basically maintaining professional boundaries.
True.
This is work, this is work.
Yeah.
No more about this, no more about this. The other thing is just to making sure you protect your personal information. There's information about you that just, maybe it's you and your God who needs to know.
Yeah. Go for counseling if you want to talk to someone, not your colleagues.
Talk to your counselor or talk to God.
Please.
Yes.
Mambo ya kuongelesha colleague.
Somebody use information and ndakuramba. And probably just valuing respect, having a respect for one another, collaboration, and let's just maintain at that space.
Yeah.
I think with that, from my own personal experience, as I am growing older and I'm growing in the workspace, I realized, have that boundary. It will give you peace of heart and mind. And by there, it will foster healthy relationships at the workplace, where it is out of mutual respect. I respect you. This is your space. I don't come to your space and you don't come to my space, but you're here to work and we have a healthy relationship. But in case friendships goes deeper, because some people have actually, out of place of work, wameoana.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, they have gotten married, so it can work, but you have to just be extra careful how you navigate, because people have their own interest.
Yeah, Pastor, I think when we talk about that transition now from colleagues now to getting acquainted and now becoming friends, also we need to be very keen on self-awareness. So know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And in the workspace, you see the way we protect how much we earn.
By the way, hardly do someone tell you how much they earn.
So you see how we protect that information. You might, like colleagues, if you share the next desk, but
How tell you an earn pesa ngapi? By the way, that's so true.
Let's uphold that even when it comes to relating with people. So that level of secrecy.
Or how old are you?
Even age in some areas, like someone will just be there. Unasikianga haya ana retire.
I'm old enough.
Unasikia mtu ana retire lakini alikuwa ajifanya Gen Z hapa amepaka dai. Then unasikia he left. Why? Where? He's gone to another. No. Alikuwa amefika miaka ya kwenda. But anyway, so let's uphold that level of secrecy when it comes to what the information we share with our colleagues. Because if at all we protect that at all costs, you can protect everything else about you and avoid bringing your own personal life to the workspace. Because sometimes, I know some companies have counselors and you have avenues where you can go and share when you're not okay. And also, please, when it's not working, work on yourself.
Wow, I like that. Actually, we can end on that one. When it's not working,
work on yourself.
Work on yourself. Not all colleagues are your friends, but they can be your friends. Healthy relationships, that's all what we're all about here. This is the Relationship Garage. I pray you'll have healthy and thriving relationships at the place of work. God bless you. See you on the next episode. Cheers.